he's hiring for me to do this.
Right. Okay. Just 20 stories, and then like on the roof, no railing. Then we feel better about it. Hello, everybody. We are here with another episode of the Underflow Podcast with my old friend Matt Messore, who is the leader of Cathedral Bells, and our wonderful friend Danny, the drummer, who has also been in many wonderful bands, including the Soft Kill and Moving Units, which I just found out to my surprise. I loved that band. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just a little information and context. We're here in Denver today. Thank you to our friend Braden, who plays bass in the Quells live band, for letting us use his beautiful balcony with the mountain backdrop. And we were actually playing a show together this evening in Colorado Springs at Vultures. Yeah. Matt and Danny are on tour as Cathedral Bells, currently with Strawberry Milk Cult. Right?
Correct. You're nailing it, dude. You got your facts down.
Trying. Yeah. So maybe we can go over some other facts and also, a little bit of your backstory and again, a little more context. Matt and I, we've known each other how long now? I don't want to.
I'm pretty sure it's 2013 is when it started.
Oh my gosh!
Around there, or maybe towards the end of 2013 or so.
And so you were telling me the band before Deer Track. So maybe list off your journey and your band.
Yeah.
You're originally from Florida.
I'm originally from Florida. Well, I was born in Connecticut, moved to Florida, and when I was young, toddler age, like 3 or so, my family, we moved down to Florida, Central Florida, and since there I've started a lot of punk bands, and I guess like a more notable one would be You Blew It. They had a career long after me, but good people. I love Tanner, and I've done a lot of stuff, I guess. I've been touring since like high school, and I know Danny as well. He's been doing it for a long time too. So we joined it together. Just moved to LA. So I guess now we're in what's today, May 4th, I believe, 2026. Right. We just moved. He was already in LA. And I moved to Los Angeles on March 31st exactly of this year. Wow. So I just pretty much moved, and then a couple weeks later we were on tour. So here we are. Now we're in Denver playing Colorado Springs tonight, and we go way back, and we've played together with you had Shady Groves, and I had Deer Tracks. Yes, that's where we got. I think we played Ann Arbor at the Blind Pig.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
That's I think where we met, and then we traded off some shows with Grand Rapids, Michigan, and you were in Detroit area.
We played Ferndale. I think the Loving Touch in Ferndale.
Loving Touch, times.
Maybe in Detroit, like Northern Lights or something.
No, it was I think PJ's Lager House.
Oh yeah, Lager House.
Lager House, yeah.
And then we did Blind Pig like twice because I remember we were like, oh, let's do that again, and we did the double show. That's right.
Yeah, we did a couple shows.
We were supposed to play on 420 in Ann Arbor, which is like historically.
I forgot about
weed has been like legal in Ann Arbor.
That's right.
Before legalization, it's just if you get caught, it was like a slap on the wrist. So they had a huge hash bash.
Tim Allen, Kalamazoo too.
And I don't know if you know, he got busted for like pounds of cocaine.
Oh, was it? I thought it was just marijuana.
I think marijuana and cocaine.
Okay. Bad boy. Tim Allen in Santa Claus. On the naughty list.
Buzz Lightyear.
He's fucking buzzed. And are you allowed to swear? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't know if it's like helping your viewers, who's tuning in.
Free form.
I'm sorry.
No, free form. No apologies. Yeah, that was super funny because they ended up calling us or hitting us up like a couple weeks before that 420 show, and they're like, "Oh, it's 420." That's like way too big of a date to like give you little indie bands. Like, so they like, there's this legendary guitarist. He might even be from Michigan. I think his name's Laith El Said. I just saw he had posters up around Denver too. He shreds. People say he's like the next Jimi Hendrix. So
dude,
like
that name, definitely,
And so I think they gave him our spot, and I was like, well, at least someone else is cool. We ended up playing another date at the Blind Pig, and then like no one was there because it was like 420.
Oh
and
man,
that great band Raining. They were so good.
Oh, I remember Raining. I remember Deer Tracks played with them in like somewhere in Ferndale area or somewhere in Detroit.
Raining,
I don't know if he's still doing it, but wherever you are out there, if you're tuning in on this podcast, hope you're doing well, man. You were awesome back in the day. It was like 2015, 14 area. era.
Yeah, you guys played a lot of shows together, and then we played a couple shows together, like on those joint bills. And I was always psyched to play Blind Pig because like Nirvana played there, and like Kurt Cobain's signature is like still there.
Yeah,
like,
that's
on the
cool.
wall. And I've seen a bunch of my friends play there too, like Bare Hands from Brooklyn. Yeah, I should have asked you if you know them because I feel like we're finding out it's such a small connected scene. No, you were just telling me you know the dudes in the New Division. Which shout out to the New Division.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying.
James.
We've known each other for so many years, and I feel like the music community and world, like we're all just kind of connected. It's just funny, especially when I moved out to LA recently. I just like a lot of things kind of just clicking, and and you're gonna be. I don't know if you don't want to be any spoilers out there, but
it's announced. It's happening.
Okay, the egg is hatched, so you're gonna be moving to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So
hopefully jamming with you guys sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Danny's been in Long Beach, and he's been in Los Angeles his whole.
Southern California,
true Cali boy.
So
my whole life.
He's a legendary drummer, and I'm stoked to have him. Playing in Cathedral Bells. He got to play. Yeah, he got to play last year, California dates, and now we're locked in on this tour, and we have some other dates in the not announced, but coming out. So we're excited just going. Yeah,
you've been touring nonstop. You did like a Europe run recently.
Yeah, right? Last year and particularly, we did a lot of support tours. A lot of we debuted Europe. We were out there for a whole month. We did about 2.5 weeks or so of shows with Haunt Me, another band from Texas. Yeah, they're awesome. They're friends of ours. But this is a small world. It's so crazy. So like I know we were just talking to his other another band that he was in. Are you? I don't know if you already mentioned on the podcast or not, but how you were connected to. With
I think if my memory serves me correctly, my friends from Detroit, shout out to millions of Brazilians, they really took me under their wing.
Lots of shout outs.
Yeah, I grew up near Flint, Michigan, so then I moved to Detroit, and it was just such a big world because I almost moved to Grand Rapids or Lansing to go to college instead because I had already moved to Nashville as soon as I graduated, lived down there for the whole summer recording, gigging, playing house shows, and I was like, I don't know if I can go back to school and real life living. So I feel like the millions of Brazilians dudes really took me under their wings. Nick, Derek, and Zaz, Christopher Cruz is still doing great things, and I believe they did a lengthy tour with Electric Six, who are a pretty big band from Detroit, and at some point Electric Six hooked up with Moving Units,
nice.
And so y'all might have done some shows together. And then my band that played with millions of Brazilians, and we shared a practice space. We were called the Kodaks, Kodak Film,
nice.
Very Strokes, Interpol,
very cool.
New Order, Joy Division, post-punk stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's just so funny because John from the New Division mastered our first album, Night Surfing, by the Kodaks.
Shout out to John.
And now James is working with you.
And Midi Memory, another project.
So let's...
It's crazy.
And so
we're all connected. We're all the same people.
Born in Connecticut, moved to Florida, then you moved to Michigan, and that's where we met. And you were there throughout the 2010s, and you had a couple bands there.
Yeah.
Mainly Deer Tracks we played with. You also had Honeymoon, and what was the Needles one?
Cave Needles,
Cave Needles. I need to listen to that. I need to check that out. I love Deer Tracks. I love Honeymoon.
It was fun.
And so then you moved back to Florida, and we kept in touch. And as soon as you launched Cathedral Bells, I was like, fuck yeah, I love his name, I love Matt's music, this dude cannot stop making music, you're such a good singer-songwriter and producer, and and then you just did you have Midi Memory before that? So then you kept
Midi
going?
Memory happened or after we were still kind of coming back from the pandemic, and I just really wanted to release more music, and that's kind of the outlet for that.
Sick.
So there's that. But just in case anyone is wondering, we were on the eighth floor of this. That's what I keep thinking about. So 8th level.
You're not gonna fall back. It's okay.
No, it's
okay. Solid.
No, for sure. just for anyone out there. But
it's nice to see the mountains level with them actually. But I mean, I'm just I was texting you this the other day when I knew you were coming back, and I was just I applaud you with your productivity. I feel like you were prolific with Cathedral Bells and Midi Memory, and you're just always putting music out. And not long after Cathedral Bells launched, you got a big ass write up in Brooklyn Vegan, and I was like, yes,
yeah,
that's because that's one of the I've always known that like, you know, Pitchfork isn't what it was back in the day, like when we were like young, you know, now it's like totally sold out and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like they always had their kind of like blogs that they like picked from, like my old Kentucky blog and like, you know, Stereo Gum and Gorilla versus Bear and Consequence of Sound, and Brooklyn Vegan is like a big one, I feel like, you know, like especially like, oh man, the hipster runoff era. I don't know if you guys remember that website. But like, you know, in that era, the indie sleaze era, we were like coming out of that, you know, and I feel like it was always such a badge of honor when there was like a real outlet run by people you respected, like Brooklyn Vegan or Gorilla versus Bear, that, you know, give you the shout out. And I was like, dude, that's like so well deserved to get that. And then from there, you just continue to release music. So I mean, obviously Dayflower is like a hit, you know, like that's been like blowing you up everywhere. I feel like I love that song, but also the whole album Ether, I just love that whole record. And so how many records do you have out? How many EPs do you have out? And what's next?
So with Cathedral Bells, there is 3 albums and 1 EP, and then there's now 4 albums.
Right.
Oh, wow, I just tripped myself out in my own band.
So
yeah, an album just came out to this date like 2 weeks ago, or give or take.
Hell yeah.
And I keep saying man, bad habit. But yeah, so 4 albums now, and then 1 EP, and that is the catalog. Wow. And yeah, we're planning to do more. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So the new album is called what?
Parallel Dreams.
By Cathedral Bells.
Cathedral Bells.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's exciting though to have that, and we put on, you know, we play all part of our back catalog, you know, into our live, you know, shows, and I'm excited to, you know, I guess it's going to be maybe debuting this idea, you know, that's never, but you know, with moving to Los Angeles, I've always done like bedroom recordings and like recording all minimal at home. So I think with being out in Los Angeles, it kind of opens doors for more opportunities to, you know, for production, not in the sense of like sounding different, but like incorporating, you know, having like Danny play drums, for example, and like in studios and things like that. So that type of production. So I think it will really enhance, you know, the beginning, you know, Sparks foundations and formula of Cathedral Bells. So excited for that part.
Man, a new era for sure.
Yeah, new era, exactly.
It's kind of so cool. Yeah, we're both moving at the same time. Like, you know,
I'm already there. I beat you. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, definitely. You know, the same almost season. Yeah, but it's cool. Once you're out there, we'll definitely get a cup of Joe or something. I'll get a hot chocolate.
Yeah, because we were both in Michigan. Yeah, there you go.
You guys will get the Joe, I'll get the chocolate.
Yeah, because we were both in Michigan, and then you moved back to Florida, and I actually moved to Edinburgh, Scotland.
Yeah, we've been moving all over. Yeah, that's right. I was going to talk about that, because you were in Scotland for a while. You were all over the damn place.
Oh my gosh.
You're like Carmen Sandiego.
Where in the world? Where
is Adam?
So, yeah, and then I ended up moving out to Colorado, and, you know, hosted you guys out here a couple times, and you had, like, you know, a lineup that you did audio tree with, and you had like another lineup that you played with Mind's Eye, and I think Bruja in Denver at the High Dive, where we also played like not long after that.
Nice.
That was a great
venue. I think we've all played some great shows there between. High Dive is awesome. So shout out to the High Dive, of course. Denver, honestly. We love you, and awesome. Colorado. We're excited to play Colorado Springs tonight, and Fort Collins tomorrow. That'll be without Quells.
Soundbar, I believe.
I believe. Actually, I think you're right. Yeah. So it's we're debuting there, so it's gonna be exciting. Both of us will be debuting tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are excited. So
yeah, it's super cool that, you know, just to see your evolution as an artist and your journey, you know, and seeing you get more deserved recognition is beautiful, but also seeing the different incarnations of the band, because it's hard to like be a band leader and be writing the songs and producing the songs and arranging them and managing and releasing stuff and rehearsing, doing the tours, and then also having, you know, the band, and like it's a lot of dynamics, and it sounds like you guys have just like become besties. I know you're really close with Taryn. Shout out to Taryn. Yeah, shout out to Taryn if you ever check this out. You should. Incredible tattoo artist, by the way. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's all right. So yeah, I just love that like you can pull your friends into it and have like the full band, or do like what you're doing with Danny, where it's just you guys. You know, because, and we were just talking about this because I just saw some friends of yours are opening for AFI Choir Boy. It's incredible to see bands like them pull it off with no drums, you know, and then on the inverse, you guys can do the opposite and like have not the full band but drums and a singer, and I'm like, there's no rules nowadays. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. On this tour, we backtracked from Fresno to play. Midi Memory played Los Angeles, so Fresno's like, you know, the middle kind of point of
So we were playing San Francisco after that. But so we backtracked to Los Angeles because I played with Midi Memory show.
Okay.
But I wanted to shout out to Computer Kill, which they played with live drums, a bass player, and then the singer just sang.
Wow.
And he had such a great like Joy Division kind of like energy, like it was so incredible. But the the guitar, like the backing guitar was just like they sounded incredible. So I guess what I'm getting at is that was almost like another inspiration. Just like, you can really, people can play. I think Sex Next is a band that just recently started working with Torpici, which we're on as well, the agency. But I guess I never saw him live, but I was told that he plays with just playing drums and then like sings with the backing, and it's you can do it as like a one man band essentially. And it's really there's a lot of energy there. So it's like it kind of goes what you said, like you can really do different formulas live in this day and age too. And it's hopefully accepted, and you can see the musicianship, and that's the thing is I think Danny and I bring a lot to the table, even with doing this as a duo. Yeah. But the future, we've played Cathedral Bells as 4 people, 3 people. Right. I've done a couple shows in the beginning, even as like just by myself.
For sure, yeah.
I
think that's what's important about being a musician nowadays is having that versatility and not like letting it rock you and like being able to kind of adapt. It makes
you stronger for sure. Having those different playing arrangements. It's more of a challenge. And even doing this as a duo, I think. Right. I feel more dialed in and locked in now than I think I ever did because it's like the pressure's on more. Because it's like if I make one simple mistake, I feel like I have to be like Dinosaur Jr. up there and like shred kind of while I'm singing. Right. Maybe even like a little Metallica nod. Shout out to Metallica. Where the dudes playing and shredding. I feel like John Mayer. Another nod to John Mayer.
That band
Jim Croce, rest in peace.
Bombay Bicycle Club. That guy Jack Stedman. He's an incredible producer. And Franz Ferdinand. Alex Capranos, those 2 frontmen of those bands, they actually play like lead and sing, and then their other guitarists is like doing the rhythm and like that. Yeah,
it's like true. It really does like the dynamics, and like I don't want to toot on our horn here, but he really is like Danny is a really solid drummer, and I think like after every show, people make a note of that. It's like you're just. I think it's just like being really dialed in and just really feeling the energy and just. I think we just have that dynamic together, and it goes a long way, and
it really does. I mean, just having the camaraderie and like that too. Kind of like ability to adapt again, like with each other and like improvise, but also like be locked in. The last tour I did with the Kodaks, I was so excited because we were like going to play the Cake Shop and there was other places that I always wanted to play, and then the band kind of fell apart before we left. Like other band members were getting recruited into like bigger bands to like play South by Southwest or tour Europe. I'm like, I can't blame you guys, and so but. Our drummer Jeff, shout out to Jeff Yaven, Jemmy Hazeman, who I run the label Underflow Records with, he's just an incredible drummer. So we did that same thing, and people would just be like, "Holy shit!" And then we'd be switching instruments sometimes, and like his drums were just so killer. And like I've really like learned that like it, you can kind of like survive and adapt and like do different things. And I'm so excited to be in LA together because I'm excited to introduce both of you to my friend Christian Paul Philippi.
Oh, I remember you mentioned a while ago. He mixes and masters too. His work is
incredible engineer.
I remember listening to his stuff too. It's really cool.
Because recording wise, you pretty much record most of the Cathedral Bells stuff by yourself, right?
Yeah, I record everything that I've both Midi Memory as well. Everything has just
amazing.
But we'll see
but
how.
Now that you got Danny, and I was in like
got Danny.
Christian,
Danny's got me, and I've got Danny.
My buddy Christian is kind of known. CPP is kind of known for his like drum magic, and his like special sauce, and like his like he says sometimes it's his room, and we're like, it's you, dude. Like, he's got a great spot in Boyle Heights. It used to be called Downtown Rehearsal.
Yeah, that's why I've got a lock out there.
Evidently a lot of people do.
Seems like I've heard, but
it's cool. It's really cool. It's really nice
there. And I've heard the Strokes. Oh, that's also like LA spot. Too, which is really funny.
It's nice. I mean, we did our we did one practice before. We went on this tour, and it was really good. Definitely shout out to the downtown.
Seriously, I guess it's like changing owners or something. But Christian's still there.
It has since changed, but it's the same.
It's the exact spot. Maybe the ranch is different or whatever. I was introduced to my friend Christian through Chris Spino, who records his Coma Girls. Incredible music. I feel like you would really dig. Coma Girls, incredible music. Chris Spino's a great guy. And also my hometown friend who grew up in Lapeer, Michigan with me, like between Flint and Detroit, Michigan. His name's Adam Laidlaw, and he's been out in LA for a while. He used to play lead guitar in the Kodaks, but now he's producing out there as well.
Super cool, yeah.
He's really really, really talented, and he's in this band called Surfport.
Oh,
of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We should
I've
all
played shows with that band.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're super nice people, and they're on
Yeah.
this newer label. I believe it's called Todo Records, and it's started by this incredible photographer named Puna Ghana, she used to tour with my friends from Nashville, Bad Cop, who are no longer a band.
I know Bad Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. We should all go to Los Angeles, all join together and play some Nirvana.
Oh my
Like
god!
everyone goes on the drum set, on the
Mega
bass,
sludge.
like, you know, you ever seen those videos?
Dude, yes.
Joined all together in union. You
I
know?
remember I saw a video once of like, I think it was in Central Park, or maybe it would probably make more sense in Australia,
yeah,
where
like
all
this.
these drummers got together to play. I think it was "Ride" by the Vines, like just because it's just like one of those like crazy,
Yeah.
you know, like
That'd be cool.
I love the Vines.
Maybe some like Limp Bizkit, you know, break stuff. Oh man, that'd be fun.
Bad Cop toured with Cage the Elephant back in the day,
Mm.
before my friend Alex passed away. Rest in peace, Alex Hartness. Miss him every day, and it was so cool to see them like kind of getting their flowers with Cage the Elephant.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's the first time I heard of Puna Ghana, and she's an incredible photographer. And within a couple years of like, you know, knowing that she was on that tour with Cage and Bad Cop, she like had a photo of Damon Albarn, who's like my hero, like singer of Blur and singer of Gorillaz,
Hell yeah.
like at like Leeds Festival or something. And she got the cover of Rolling Stone.
Whoa.
This was like, you know, when she was still young, like back in the 2010s.
Yeah.
And so now I feel like she's really like diversified, like, you know, her artistry and like, you know, helping her community and like doing the label. And I feel really akin to that because that's exactly what I'm trying to do with Underflow, and this is why we do the podcast. And it's really just an artist collective of like homies helping homies, like, you know, like, because it's exactly what we do. It's like, do you have anywhere we can crash? Like, do you know a band that can like fill
It's
this spot?
tough on the road,
Dude,
you know,
for
and
sure.
expenses accumulating and everything.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you know, I've always appreciated our friendship, and I'm glad that we're playing together.
Seriously.
And yeah, I was gonna say something, but just you
Let's
know.
finish it up. All right.
But yeah,
LA awaits us
LA awaits.
on top of that. And like I was saying, I feel like you guys would hit it off with Christian. And
yeah,
you
I know
like,
I've talked to him before
and
too.
you record, like, the way you record is so beautiful. And like Christian would love that, to just like get his hands in your mix and then be like, oh, we want to add drums with Danny on top of this. Like he would go nuts for that.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really funny because my buddy Matt Hoffman is out there too, who
Whoa.
also used to play in the Codex.
Like the BMX biker
But
Matt Hoffman.
Different Matt Hoffman. It's
Shit.
Matt with one T.
Oh, I think he has one T too, though.
Oh,
I'm pretty
really?
Sure.
Oh,
Maybe
wow,
I'm
that's
wrong.
so crazy.
I'm pretty sure he's got
Wow.
one T.
Oh my
Matt
gosh.
Hoffman. Shout out to
Shout
both
out
Matt
to both
Hoffmans.
Matt Hoffmans.
Yeah, dude.
My Matt Hoffman from Michigan, he's Matthew James Hoffman. He's like a brother to me, and he's actually like always touring, teching for people now.
Wow, that's cool.
But he's such an incredible musician, and he works with Christian and I a lot, and also the guy who plays drums in our recording with him, Siobhan. Just an incredible group of talented people.
Those are cool names
And-
you got in your life.
I
don't know
I
any of
always
these
tell
people.
Siobhan that his like he has
Siobhan?
like, such a rock star name, Siobhan Surendran. It's
God
such
damn,
a
dude.
cool, and he's like an incredible drummer. He like actually has his like masters, I think, in like jazz drumming. So he
Oh,
teaches
whoa,
lessons
okay.
on top of like, you know,
That is
bartending
super
and
cool.
stuff.
I
He's
love
an incredible,
love that.
incredible dude,
So cool.
incredible talent, super humble. Shout out
Shout
to
out.
Siobhan
Yeah.
and Matt and Christian. They've been helping me a lot with this
Mhm.
first Quells album, and it's just so funny because I was telling you about my other friends from Brooklyn. They're also originally from Connecticut, but they're via Brooklyn. They're called Bare Hands, like
Bare Hands,
yeah. And they like, you know, went to college with
cool.
like Kloss, Bare Hands, and they went to I think Wesleyan University, like with MGMT and Santa Gold, and like used to play with Vampire Weekend.
So cool,
Yeah.
man.
This band I love from New Zealand called Cut Off Your Hands. A lot of the like French Kiss, like West 75.
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
Thunderbirds are now from Detroit.
Okay.
But now
You're really digging in those archives, man. Shit.
A lot of
They
lore,
got it
right?
down.
Like from the
French
indie
kiss. I haven't
scenes
thought about
era to
French
now,
kissing forever.
which is crazy because my buddy Adam from Bad Cop, he had launched like a subsidiary called Jeffrey Drag Records through French Kiss. They were supposed to put out a Kodak 7-inch, never did. Same to 5.3 Dollars from Detroit.
FK,
Where the
what's up,
7
man?
inches.
Come on, man.
Yeah, right. But it's funny because Dylan from Bare
Unbelievable.
Hands moved from New York to LA now. I think him and his wife are out in LA. Shout out to Dylan and Ursula.
Shout out.
And it's so weird because they recorded some of their new album, really great album called The Key to What by Bare Hands.
The key to what?
The Key to What?
What?
And super good.
Cool.
And it's I love their like kind of weird blend of music. It's almost like modern Beck, like indie
Okay.
pop on crack. Like it was
Yeah.
almost more like Modest Mouse post punk back in the day, and now it's like electro indie pop. It's really
Interesting.
good. And they moved out to LA, and I guess they were recording with this guy. And I can't remember his name. I know he goes by Gloomer. And I've listened to his music
That's
before.
a cool name.
And
like I know it.
my buddy Matt Hoffman was like, "What? Like that's my homie. Like I know Gloomer." I was like, "Oh, he recorded the new Bare Hands record." I guess and it's just like and you know,
yeah, it really is.
Guys,
It's such a small world.
It's a small world.
And I guess this proves to say that anyone could move out to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
If I can do it, you can do it. So
Follow
we
your
want
dreams.
everybody that's watching this, whoever it is, at any point, just move to Los Angeles. Find a deal, get out there. We'll see you there. And we'll all be out there. This whole line of people.
That's true.
And all of the shout outs. I think most of the shout outs, not all the shout outs, but
it's a lot of
shout outs. If you don't name this episode shout outs.
It should be.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the whole time.
Yeah,
it's all about shout outs.
Shout outs from the 8th floor.
Yeah, shout outs from the 8th floor. That's got to be it.
That's so good.
Real people in.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so glad that we're still friends and you're still making music. And
it's been a long time, man.
We're playing a show together.
Is that almost a decade? Or is it past a decade?
10 years.
No, it's not a decade. Or it's
wait,
is it a decade?
It was like 2014 when we met ish, and then 2015.
Yeah, that's right. So
2016 we played most of the shows. So it's been 10 years.
It's few and far, man. Yeah, we are in the club, dude.
We are in it.
Wow.
Yeah. In the aging rock stars.
Man, I didn't even think about it's been over 10 years. Wow, and it's crazy to think because I left Michigan spring of 2018 or around there, somewhere around there.
Same. That's when I moved out of
Yeah, that's crazy, but I haven't been back. I know you moved back, but I still haven't been back.
Yeah.
So
I lived in Traverse City during the pandemic, which was like a decent place to be. And it was in 2021 when I moved out here.
Wow,
I
that's
did,
crazy.
Like, the soul-sucking corporate.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth for you, or a lot of. But no, we had a Detroit show that we were supposed to play in 2024, but unfortunately we had to cancel it. And we've been meaning to go to Canada and Detroit, so really hoping that happens soon. So if there's anybody that knows Cathedral Bells, or if you happen to be in Detroit or Michigan, and you happen to be watching, just keep an eye out. So
for sure,
keep an eye out.
That loop like around the Great Lakes is so beautiful, and as long as you're not doing it in the winter time, obviously you gotta like ditch weed between borders. But you could go like up, you like do like Ann Arbor, Detroit, like Cleveland, like Philly, and like Manhattan, Brooklyn, then go up to Montreal and like back through Toronto, and like then play Michigan again. You're loved in Michigan. So.
I wanted to ask you. This is just more production. It is windy out. Do you think it's going to be picking up?
Probably picking up. But we're going to wrap up, I think. Anyways,
I think
is
it
there
might
anything
be.
else you guys wanted to add? Go see Cathedral Bells on tour and listen to their brand new album. Which is Paralyzed Dreams.
Parallel Dreams.
Parallel Dreams.
Paralyzed Dreams is really cool too. But Parallel Dreams, it's pretty fresh. It just came out not too long ago, this month, from this, even from this podcast episode. And thank you for having us, Adam. I think. I don't know if you have any shout outs. Any last minute shout outs?
Last minute shout outs.
Shout
out to Dave. Shout out to Carly.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Liz, my girl as well.
Shout out to Cindy. Love you.
I'm trying to think of another.
Shout out to Donald Duck. I love that hat.
Shout out to Rebecca, our agent. She books for both Midi Memory and Cathedral Bells. She's great to have her on our team. And I think thank you for anyone that's watching and made it this far. Yeah. It's actually stopped getting windy too.
Oh,
it's it was getting on one day. I was like, should we wrap this up?
The weather in Denver's been weird. It's usually like they say sunnier than Florida.
Yeah.
But, it's been kind of moody.
It's been very moody
today.
I
saw this crazy thing about how Iran destroyed a weather facility. Have you guys seen this one going viral? They destroyed a weather facility that was in the UAE, and now there's been historic flooding in Iran and Iraq, and like the whole weather system of the world is all out of whack, and everyone's like, probably because the US and Israel were controlling weather in the region through the UAE, and that's why there was like the drought in the Middle East for so long, and now it's over, like historic flooding. So freedom to the people. We're in revolutionary times. Fuck ICE, obviously. Fuck the government. Like it's time for the people to take power back. And like, we were kind of joking earlier, but it's like, seriously, follow your dreams, kids. Like move to LA, do whatever you want to do. Like,
exactly.
Like,
you have one life. Let's make the best of it and make good decisions, hopefully, and be there for our people.
Right? Also, thank you for mentioning that, because we're so focused. We're just full on tour mode that our minds are so laser focused on that. It kind of gives you a chance to not think about, which is something that consumes all of us now.
Oh, for sure.
We're so there's so many things going on, and we have access to information, so sometimes it is kind of nice to just unplug.
Yeah.
You know, and just
be creative, because we're all stuck, like you said, like doom scrolling, and the news is super depressing, and I feel like that's part of it, is like they want us to feel powerful. It's like the Epstein 1% want the 99% to feel powerless.
So they're powerful.
We are powerful. That's what I'm trying to say.
We are powerful.
And like you said, if you lock in, like go out and touch some grass, like you know, go for a drive, like travel the country.
Definitely,
like,
just
that's like what I
go outside for sure. You know, unless it's a really bad day, stay inside and watch a movie. And if you have power, because you know,
read some comic books, or
you know, play some solitaire.
Play
you know, just
Tony Hawk.
If you have a phone, call family and friends. You know, I think it's just definitely like getting out of your mind. You know, and I think that's, you know, going back to what you just said, and I think, like, you know, a big part of, you know, for what we do, I know it's hard to tour and be a traveling musician or a band in general, but I mean, we do it for the love and passion of music, but also bring people together. I noticed on this tour, there's been at least a handful of times we played in a couple like new areas. I remember Boise specifically. There was like at least 2 people that were like, you know, I'm just so glad that you guys played, like, with all everything that's going on in this world right now, like, you know, like, like, and some people like, we take it for granted being musicians as well, or even like a musician at a show, even where it's like, you know, some other people, like, they might, you know, like, it's a different experience, because at the end of the day, it's kind of like entertainment, you know, it's just playing music.
But it's also like showing up, right? Frequencies, and I think
frequencies, man, and like the government, and like conspiracies.
Dude, that's exactly what the company I used to work for was like that shit.
And they're all just like,
and it's almost like there's like an alt-right pipeline to that stuff too. And it's like, I feel like we need to like get to a place where we can share information that's for the betterment of everybody. You know? And I feel like that's part of what being in a band is. Right?
Yeah, actually, I do have a shout out to Tim Heidecker. I know he's not watching this, and I know, but if anyone is watching this and knows Tim Heidecker, I know he teamed up with the Onion to
take over InfoWars.
InfoWars with Alex Jones. Fuck Alex Jones. Fuck all that shit. And he's doing awesome things. I'm a big fan of Tim Heidecker, and I think what he's doing is great. So we are allies there. But
my Shady Groves bandmate Dylan Carone Tim is his hero. Like,
same here. I just went to On Cinema in LA. Really? The last date, it was amazing. Amazing. I'm so glad I went. Because originally I wanted to go before moving to LA when they did the announcement of tickets, but we were supposed to be on tour, and then our tour dates ended up moving back a week because of Coachella, and I'm like, well, damn, like,
oh, dude,
I'm gonna go.
Dude, it
was awesome.
Every interview that Shady Groves did, like, Dylan never took it seriously, and he just like answered the questions like a Tim.
I mean, he can be serious in some things, but
and I feel like that's what I was saying to my friend Dylan. I feel like Tim is the perfect human. He's the only human who can take on this
I don't know about the perfect.
So like, well, no, he's the polar opposite of Alex Jones, though, right? Because like that's like the perfect, like, you know, swap. And they've been like feuding on like Twitter. You should look at some of the shit that they're like writing to each other.
Oh no, it's funny. I'm a pretty big office hour is a pretty regular on, but yeah, dude. So shout out there, and I'm glad that. That's it. That is officially it, y'all.
We're done.
Thank you.
I was gonna also say, like, it's really cool what you said about Boise, because I actually was just out in Boise, and there's an extreme amount of crazy shit happening in Boise. Like, they're targeting our LGBTQ family community members. They're targeting people of color. Like, it's really scary.
Yeah.
Like,
and I know,
like, it's really bad.
And obviously Minnesota was bad, and I know that's where my fiance's family's at and everything,
and there's people still doing time for weed in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
And in Utah.
Everybody smokes weed.
It's insane. And so, like, this is one of those things that's like, people are burning down warehouses to like start the revolution, and those people are going to prison for life versus these like pedophiles.
Oh, for sure,
who run the world.
Fuck
these 1%
that,
innocent people
it's
are running
horrible.
the show. So it's like, I think it's really important when, like you said, you guys show up, you play a concert in Boise, and people are like, thank you for coming here. Like, and like that's how I feel.
That's what definitely stirs up the motivation, and inspiration to get out there and play. You know.
It's community.
It's
good vibes.
I think it's getting windy again.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
Some shit, but we really appreciate you having us. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to playing with you in a couple hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And you heard any of this. It's kind of
right.
But thank you. Thanks for watching
so much. And check out Cathedral Bells and Midi Memory.
Midi Memory.
Take care, y'all. Stay safe out there. Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Christmas.